Good afternoon, everyone. Decentralized Science up 0.7%. We have a special guest in the house right behind me. You can see Mandy. She is excited. Look at this. Do you own any DNA? It's up 134% today.
I do, right?
I don't think so. This is the one everyone was asking about, but I felt it was too expensive, and I didn't like how they just popped out of nowhere at such a high valuation.
And now look at it.
I know, now it's even more expensive.
But I do have genomes, I'm pretty sure.
You do have genomes. This is funny because this is the fake genomes token, but the real genomes token is going crazy even.
You need to look it up.
So I saw someone on X say that someone was purchasing over $100,000 worth of the genome token at these elevated prices, insinuating that they know something that the rest of us don't know. How is everyone doing? Good afternoon. It is Black Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving. Did you guys eat enough food to sustain yourself through the rest of this weekend? I certainly did. Good morning, Thuna. What's good, Talkred? Beagle's here, Zach's here, MK's here. Disclosure Crypto. I've not seen this person before, so welcome in. It would be an opportune time to tell everyone when I go live. Do you know when I go live?
Yes, every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thank you, thank you. We cover all things decentralized science. I will not be saying your name, my sir, but what's good, gamers? What's good, Chris? Zaj is here too. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The Gary Network once, buddy. I'll look in a few moments, but first we have to go through and look at everything that's going on in the markets. Preprints up 17%.
I know, I was just looking at it.
That's bullish.
Very exciting.
This is very exciting, guys. The markets are alive. The markets are alive and well. The most exciting part about the market, look at this, okay? This is the daily candles for Bitcoin. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what we've been talking about for months. Bitcoin is up 2.26% today, but look at this. BTC.D. Dominance.
I'm learning all about dominance.
Dominance is up marginally. It was down earlier when I checked, but look at how big of a correction that just happened for dominance. And we're below the moving average.
Yes.
So it looks like we're coming down to the 200-day moving average, which is perfect because this time last year, it did the exact same thing where we came down to the 200-day moving average. That's when Axon launched, and that's when it did a 200x.
Disclosure Crypto says I should have my own seat.
Do you want a seat? Come on.
Well,
Here, you take over.
No, I'm not going to take over because I have to go.
Sit.
I have to go get back to work.
Just talk for a second.
No.
Pull up Data Lake on Deck's screen.
Okay, let's look at Data Lake. Although it's not as it should be, but it's a great time to buy. Okay, there. And then here. Mm-hmm. And Lake. Yes. Oh, it's up a teensy bit.
1.6%.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh, look at that.
Let me pull this over.
Yeah.
How do I pull it all over? There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. Amazing.
I think that looks pretty beautiful.
It does.
It is holding pretty strong right there.
Yeah. This is not financial advice, but I really think it's a great time to buy.
Oh, Jonathan over at X is there. Good morning.
Hey,
Data
Jonathan.
Lake to $2 question mark.
Oh, cool. You have both chats up. I love that.
I do.
Yes. Send it.
Send it. Look at my circle price target.
Oh. That's where it's going.
That's where I think it's headed.
You're almost always right.
Thank you.
So I think that's a good plan. All right. So hopefully Disclosure Crypto's happy that now I have a seat.
Wow. Now look this. This looks like Angel predicting future, man.
Aw, I look like an angel. I don't even have makeup on. I haven't even put on my moisturizer or anything today.
I told you.
Okay. I do have to go to work.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. You want your seat back? Okay, have fun. Go by Lake. Not financial advice, of course.
Thank you.
See you later.
Have fun working. How was that, guys? A nice little guest segment. And on that, we might as well go ahead and crack open our energy drink. Oh, the dog is in here. Her favorite. Yeah, I'll let you out. The dog is wildly attached to Mandy. Go on, Bug. Good girl. And Soph's in here. Both the dogs are in here. Okay. What's good, Slim? How you doing, my guy? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, she is really good at picking winners. And she's honestly gotten really good at reading the charts as well. And this does look beautiful. This is such a beautiful stair-stepping motion. If I've ever seen one, this is like up, to the side, up to the side, up to the side, up to the side. Probably giant down and then straight up. That's my prediction. Oh man. All right. So we have a few things I want to go over. I am feeling quite under the weather in this exact moment because of probably how much food and preservatives I ate yesterday and the few ciders that I had and the mimosas, and everyone here seems to be getting a little bit sick, so that's unfortunate, but I am here. I'm excited. We have a couple things I want to go over here, starting off with Eagle AI, because this is a project I just added to the portfolio challenge last week. I finally scooped some. I finally got a bag of Eagle AI, and right after I got the bag of Eagle AI is when they made this announcement. Google Certified AI Web3 program. They're in the Google Cloud for startups with a $350,000 grant. I believe this is old news. I think I've heard them talking about it before, but they're kind of like re-announcing it. Oh no, starting with an initial $200,000 grant and amplifying it to an incredible $350,000 grant. So they're ramping up. Eagle AI is ramping up pretty aggressively, and I think it is wildly bullish that this is happening, and it is happening right after I bought a bag, so that makes me excited. Up 9% on the day, which is such a small little blurb. Bloop. Still in, again, the same little type of pattern where it's like shot up, went sideways down a little bit, waiting for it to make the next leg up. Yeah, Eagle AI is going to skyrocket soon. Not financial advice, of course, but I think so too. This is delicious. The Alani energy drink. Breezeberry. Not sponsored, although it should be. You buy Lake on ETH. Yes, you do. Technically, it's Arbitrum, but they have their own L3, Carlos. So Lake built an L3 on top of Arbitrum. Okay. I don't know why you guys come in here if you just want to immediately leave when I'm talking. No more entering, please. They know how to open the door, so they just barge in here, and then they're like, actually, I want to get out. But the door is shut. What kind of crack is Genome's on? Genome is going hard. I said it a few minutes ago. Look at that. Up 18% is crazy. I said it at the beginning of the live stream. I heard on X somewhere that people were loading up on Genome aggressively at these elevated prices, like $100,000 plus. So Genome's DAO, for anyone who doesn't know, they provide genetic sequencing kits, and they sequence your genome, and then they put it on the blockchain in vaults, and you actually get paid to partake in research studies with your genetic information. So it's taking the current model from 23andMe, in which they get your genomes, they get your genetic information, and then they actually sell it to pharmaceutical companies and stuff. And they do this openly. GSK, I think, is the biggest purchaser of genetic information from these companies. But Genome's DAO does like 95% of your genome for sequencing. 23andMe does less than 1%, I think. GSK purchases genetic info from 23andMe. GSK PLC will pay 23andMe Holdings $20 million for access to the genetic testing company's vast trove of consumer data. And this is something that you agree to if you do 23andMe. And GSK buys a lot of genetic information from other companies as well. Genome's DAO is flipping that model, and that $20 million, instead of it going to the actual company like 23andMe or Genome's DAO, it goes directly to the people who are giving the data for, like, it's their data. They're giving it up and they're actually getting paid for it, which is why it's such an easy play. At a $36 million market cap, FDV, $36 million. It's honestly a very easy play. And I think it's easy for people to understand as well, you know? I think it's very easy for people to understand. Eurochart doesn't seem like a meme coin at all. I mean, it's not. It's not a meme coin. It's trading like a meme coin, but it's not a meme coin. It's like a meme in science, but it's got actual science going on behind it. I mean, yeah, look at how strongly that thing's holding up. Look at how strong it's holding up. You gotta be kidding. Even on the non-log chart, this looks beautiful. On the log chart, it just goes straight up and then is holding constant at $32 million market cap. That's crazy. And speaking of this, we can get right into the segment on pump fun or pump science that I wanted to talk about with you guys. So pump science, they just announced the other day, security incident FAQ. They just announced the other day that they will not be doing Riffmas in December, which is super sad, but instead they're going to focus on promoting Riff and Euro. So in case you missed the space, TLDR, security is the top priority and plans include consultative, why do they use dumbass words? Consultative. Just simplify it. This is why nobody likes DeSci. Simplify the words. I know I'm a little dyslexic and I have trouble reading, but like, god damn it. They're auditing Pump Science app and the smart contracts. They're going to focus on Euro and Riff for the rest of the year and launch the mouse experiments, which should be coming up actually in the next week or two. They should be launching these mice experiments, which should bring a little bit of excitement again back to Euro and Riff, because I don't think people really know that the mice experiments are happening. Right now you can go to pumpscience.com or pump.science and see the experiments with the flies. They're live streaming that data, and now next it'll be live streams with mice. And so they're gonna imagine having little races with the mice and then be able to buy the tokens based off of these. It's kind of a cool idea for sure, and I think it'll get people excited about it all again. But no tokens will be launched on Pump Fun, so I think they're going to be making their own version of Pump Fun, which is going to take a little bit of time and means that the Riffmas that they were planning is not going to happen until Q1 of next year, which is annoying, but it is what it is, right? I was hoping we'd be able to, because we'd be sitting here watching it live as soon as it happens, and so I was hoping we'd be able to pull out like a couple $100,000, couple $1 million out of these tokens, watching them as soon as they launch, getting in as soon as it happens, and getting out at like $10-20 million market caps. But so be it. I guess I won't be having 20 days of Christmas this year. I'm gonna have to wait till January. Good morning, DeSci. Good morning, adversary. I don't really like the name though, but it's okay. It's not my name. Another thing I want to bring up to you guys today is that the pre-sale for Poseidon DAO is happening on Monday, meaning after this live stream, the next time you guys see me live, the pre-sale will have already happened. It's happening at noon Eastern Standard Time on Monday. So maybe I'll go live like 10 minutes early so we can sit here and watch it. But 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday is when the pre-sale happens on Pink Sale. Very, very exciting. We've been waiting for this for so long. I think that sale is going to sell out within the first 2 minutes because it's really such a small market cap that they're raising at. It's going to be a crazy time. Very, very worthwhile. But hell yeah. Oh, baby. Let's see. We have 19 viewers, but only 7 likes, which seems kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like you guys are withholding these likes. 2 minutes, I think 30 seconds. I know. Thuna, it could be so quick that by the time you reload the page, it's sold out. It is very possible. Can you talk about CryoDAO, HydraDAO, and Erectus DAO? Yes, I can, DeSci. Yes, I can. So, for anyone who's not familiar, CryoDAO is for cryopreservation. And then I don't know how much information you guys all know about it, and I'd feel like, some of the founding members from CryoDAO have gone on to announce HydraDAO. HydraDAO is apparently for longevity. Here's the roadmap for them. Token launch partnership announcement this year. Public token sale this year. Q1 DAO governance structure. Q1 launch the first research project. Q1 launch the second research project. Q1 Hydra fellowship, meaning like more partnerships and get money from them. Pretty cool, actually, to see it. So I think they're kind of just seizing the opportunity where CryoDAO, they want to focus on longevity, or CryoDAO is technically focused on longevity as well, but CryoDAO is cryopreservation. And then HydraDAO, they want to focus on more the longevity side of things. And then we have Erectus. Erectus DAO is just funny. I mean, I feel like you get what it is based off of just the name of it. It's kind of funny. They're doing a good job with their content, and they're doing an ongoing sale right now on Juicebox, which I have not looked at since they launched it yesterday or a couple days ago. So they've raised 4 Ethereum already. It's been going on for 2 days. One thing to be warned about this when it comes to Juicebox sales, this is the same type of thing that happened with CryoDAO, which is why CryoDAO raised like $3 million, but then the token price did almost nothing compared to that. The amount of excitement for CryoDAO was insane. We had not seen anything to that level ever. That's because the way that Juicebox works, at least with theirs, and I kind of have to see if it works this way as well. Yeah. But for every dollar you put in, you're creating like, all right, let me just actually get it. Oh, you forgot my Gari network request. I'm sorry, Disclosure. I will look, I promise. I did forget it though. 6,000 tokens per ETH, meaning for each ETH contribution, 2940 will be retained for the treasury. So half of the money that you put in is going to go into the treasury. Like you put 1 ETH in, you create 6,000 tokens. You get 3,000, they get 3,000, plus or minus a couple tokens, right? So by doing this, you're allowing them to maintain control over the DAO, which I think is really good in the very early stages of a DAO. But you're also, with CryoDAO, you were raising the market cap. And so the less that they raise, the better it is for the people who invested their money, because then when it launches, it has upside potential. Now, if you're on the flip side, the more money they raise, the better it is for the DAO itself, because then they actually have money to go do stuff with it. So it's a little bit of a pick your poison type thing, right? Depends what your objective is. If you want to cure erections, yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to be huge. So this pre-sale should not be promoted. Oh man, if you're in it, it probably shouldn't be promoted. But if you do want them to have a thick treasury though, like 4 ETH is only $14,000, that's not enough to do anything. So there's a healthy balance, you know? There's a healthy balance. Okay, Gari network. I remember looking into it so many times. Chart looks dismal, but that's okay. That doesn't mean the actual project is dismal. That just means the chart looks dismal. Market cap is $7.5 million. Gari network. Again, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I apologize if I'm not super excited. World's largest Web3 audio and video live streaming platform. I'm just not bullish on decentralized social media for the most part. Like, you're going to tell me that this app is going to compete with TikTok? Probably not. It's probably not going to compete with even the live streaming platforms like Twitch or Rumble, or what's the other one? Kick. Like, it's probably not going to compete to the same level. Now, it doesn't need to make money off of it. It doesn't need to compete at that level. But as an overall thing, I'm not the biggest fan of decentralized social media. I just don't think that we as a society are at the point where we're ready for this. One day it will. And I'll probably miss the boat on it, unfortunately. There's a good chance I'll miss the boat. Like, it might be Gari that makes us be at that stage, that we're ready for it. I just think it's far too competitive, even, of an industry to really pick the winners. You know? Who knows, though? Who knows? What I do know is that in the land of decentralized science, I have a competitive edge. And I can pick the winners pretty easily because there's not a lot, and there is no competition. All right, so if you can come in again, I guess you can just waltz right in. I'm gonna shut the door again. Can you decide to stay in this time though? Thank you. You're not in trouble. I just don't want to keep getting up. I've only been live for like 20 minutes. Gotten up like 8 times, so. There was one project like that in 2017, starts with an S, Sandbox. We're gonna find the official price of HairDAO. Good question. Come on over to Dex Screener and you type in hair. And then you're gonna see, oh, there's the HairDAO token. It's created 1 year, 8 months ago. And you're gonna click on it and then see that it's a $90 million market cap with the token price of $140 per coin. My personal price prediction is $500, but we will see if it actually gets there. This is a very good project. It is easy for the normies to understand. They have a perfect product market fit, and honestly, it's still pretty damn small. We'll see where it goes, but I know. Now, the thing you need to understand, okay, the thing you have to really wrap your head around is that the token price doesn't mean anything. The market cap matters. The token price doesn't mean anything. And a good example of this is Hellas. Hellas is a $495,000 market cap, and look at the token price is $495,000 because there is only one token for this thing. There's only one token, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter because the token can be split up into millions and millions of pieces. So you can buy a super small piece of this token. What matters is the market cap, not the price per token. If all of a sudden HairDAO decided they wanted to do, and they do this on the stock market all the time, if HairDAO decided they wanted to do a token split and split it 10-1, meaning every token that is in existence, they split it into 10 pieces and make 10 tokens, and now all of a sudden the price is $14. That doesn't change the market cap. The market cap will still be 90 million. You'll just get 10 times the tokens. It's a little bit of a psychological thing, and that does impact people, but overall, for the actual fundamentals behind it, it does not matter. The only thing it matters for is option contracts, but there are no option contracts in crypto like that. Let's see, what else should we look up, guys? I had a couple other things to talk about. Eagle AI, Data Lake. Let's talk about Data Lake. Data Lake is, oh, we already talked about Data Lake, but it doesn't even have anything. The intern needs a raise. The intern needs a raise for sure. Bullish on bald, Patrick. I'm not bald. What the hell, man? I see, but owning a whole would give you the upper hand though, right? It might have a little bit of implications for voting in the DAO. I don't know how their DAO structure is set up for governance. But no, if you're looking at it just from an investment standpoint, there is no difference between owning half of a token and one full token. From voting, there might be a difference, but you'd have to look into their specific voting mechanisms to see it. What's the best moment to start buying DeSci again? Last month. Last month was the best time to be buying DeSci again. If you're asking me right now, like I'm gonna say right now. Everything is up a ton and then holding very strong. You go look at Research Coin. Research Coin fell like 55% in that correction right there, and it's holding strong. It's starting to rebound a little bit. I'm obviously gonna say right now is a good time to buy it. You go look at something like Data Lake. Data Lake skyrocketed aggressively and then fell down like 50%, and it's holding pretty strong again. We go look at Noble. Somebody bought $33,000 worth of Noble yesterday. Look at Noble, pumped like crazy, came down, fell like 50%. Now it's holding strong. Come look at this. Right there. Somebody bought $33,000 worth of Noble blocks yesterday. Did I scroll right past it? There it is. Someone sold 10 grand and then someone else immediately came in and bought $33,000. How nuts is that? That is a very big purchase to come in, and low key they saved the chart. Whoever this person was trying to sabotage the chart, and then somebody else came in and scooped up a huge amount, which spiked the price back up because it was looking like it was breaking lower again. It was putting in a lower low again, you know? And so then they came in and saved things. But whoever this person was, yeah, look at that. So this person sold $10,000 worth of noble blocks, and it looks like they wanted to go grab research coin instead. They're trying to sabotage noble blocks' chart just to go get research coin. Quite literally. No, wait, they sold. So they're just taking profits. It's time for DeSci now. Yeah. Do you like SpongeBob? Of course I do. Also crazy to see your initial port you posted on October 11th. Hairdow was at $36. I know. Everything's gone so crazy, dude. It's beautiful. It is beautiful. Fair question. What should Erectus DAO change in the current tokenomics to avoid what happened with CryoDAO? I don't think they can change anything. I don't think they can. It's like, it's by design. It's not that they don't want that to happen. It's by design. If you're gonna put a reserve rate at 51% and then match the valuation, there's no set valuation for this on Juicebox. The valuation is whatever people put into it. You know, so the more people put into it, the higher the valuation goes. It's by design. Yeah, I was just skimming it to see. Nope, it's too late, Soph. You made your decision. No thank you. Lie down. Lie down, please. Rawl, you must be new here. And so I'm going to take this opportunity. You can let her out, yeah. Thank you. I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you that we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. You are talking to the DeSci Maxi right now. So if you're going to say, do you think DeSci can make good performances like AI and real world assets? I'm going to say, I think that DeSci will outperform both of those categories combined. I think that you could close your eyes, throw a dart at one of these coins on CoinGecko in the DeSci category, and it will likely outperform any coin that you pick for real world assets or AI. I'm gonna say that. I think broadly speaking, DeSci is going to crush any other narrative out there, because DeSci is like an umbrella narrative in which real world assets are cool. Real world assets are one of the factors that is involved in DeSci. DPIN's really cool, but that's one of the things involved in DeSci. AI is really cool, but it is literally just a tool to make DeSci more powerful. It's like you're talking to the Maxi, my guy. Alt season not even started raw. I agree. Like this, look at this, $1.25 billion. You ready for this? I've done it a couple times, so some of you guys have seen this, some of you guys have not. But look at DeFi from last cycle, okay? This is on the daily chart. DeFi last cycle at the bottom here was $1.25 billion in market cap. DeSci right now is $1.25 billion in market cap. DeFi ran all the way up to 200 billion. That's 16,000% returns. Unless we have a tragic black swan event, which is honestly extremely likely, next year, it's very likely we go into a recession/depression. Unless that happens, I think DeSci follows this and does what DeFi did last cycle. $200 billion market cap for the industry, and it's sitting at 1.25 right now. I've been ignoring the X stream, so I apologize. What's good, Slim? Jonathan, hope you're still in here. Lake is like Noble, a great project. Completely agree. Have you heard of CNCT? Great project with partnerships. I've not heard of CNCT. Connect. Which one? Jonathan, which one? KYC required for Mexico for PSY presale. I don't know. I did not partake in the PSY for the Psy presale, CSI, or SCI. Yes, you're gonna have to KYC regardless as to where you live. But hopefully Mexico is a good, like you should be good in Mexico though. I put 3K in Lupin, DPIN coin, and it's down at 1.3K. That's tough, man. That's tough. If you still believe in it though, if it's still got good fundamentals and everything is going well for it, then it shouldn't really matter if you're down 50% because this is crypto and all it's going to take is a little bit of a rotation in money. Right now, things are just starting to heat up. And so most of the positions, if you're down on them, as long as they're good projects, right? Like my Land Wolf position in Solana is never coming back to life. That thing's dead. I lost all the money in that, but that's a meme coin. I was down like 60% on Research Coin at one point. And I mean, it's literally Brian Armstrong's project. I was down like 60% on this thing in the portfolio challenge just because I was stupid with it. It came back to life. Now I'm up like 100%. That kind of stuff doesn't matter too much if it's a strong project. Best DeSci projects on Solana. There are only two that I'm aware of right now. Riff and Euro. The Bio token is going to go on Solana though, so pay attention to that one. Bio protocol will be on Solana. Guys, buy Dynex. It's still undervalued in DeSci. Dynex is one of the ones I was going to talk about actually, because yeah, Dynex is wildly misunderstood. Therefore, it's wildly misvalued compared to the rest of the market. The next big thing in tech, we got Dynex, we got Abbott, we got Amazon, we got Filecoin, we got Logitech, we got Discord, Samsung, Lenovo, T-Mobile, Disney. Dynex is on the list with all these other companies. Dynex is unparalleled in the industry. There is nothing like it in the entire market. There is nothing like it. And the longer it stays down at these depressed prices, the better. The better, because I can continue to scoop some of these up. I don't want Dynex to move at all right now. I want this thing to stay down here because my price target for it's $100. I've talked about it all the time. Dynex is like next level technology. Dynex doesn't even make sense to me, and I study it so much. Psy presale is in January. No, it's not. The Psy presale is Monday, Beagle. Psy presale is Monday. Did I get rid of Psy? The Psy presale is December 2nd, Monday at 5 p.m. UCT at noon EST. So Monday when we go live here, Monday through Friday. What are you guys saying? Oh, you guys are trying to... Okay, I get what's going on. I get what's going on now. You guys are trying to convince everyone that it's January so that it's easier to get into this thing. Why tokens are on ETH? Because like it or not, Ethereum is the best L1 for actually building something that matters. You can do it on Solana, but most of Solana is just shitty poo-poo coins. Literally fart tokens, one of the most popularly traded token on Solana. Ethereum, like it or not, the gas fees are atrocious, but as far as like building stuff, most of the stuff that gets built is going to be on Ethereum or on an L2 on top of Ethereum. It just is the way that it is. It doesn't mean the token's going to go crazy. From an investment standpoint, Solana is probably going to outperform Ethereum, but from a building standpoint, Ethereum outweighs Solana. Maybe not forever, because a lot of people are seeing the liquidity on Solana's chain, and so they're starting to go into Solana and start actually building real projects. Like Render moved over to Solana. We saw Grass is on Solana. So we're seeing the shift happen, but for the time being, most of the stuff is on Ethereum. Okay, Elser, this is a good question. Good question, Elser. I mean, bio token that I already claimed from presale. Yes. Beagle and Thuno want that spot. I know, I get it. So when do I think this cycle top is going to take place? So I have two theories, okay? I have two theories. One, no one's going to like, and the other one, everyone's going to like. My first theory, okay? Let me pull everything up, please. And while I'm pulling all these up, actually, I see this person's question. If you had to choose one best DeSci coin, which one would it be? You can't say Noble. It depends on what my goal is. It depends on what my goal is. I can't just say one, to be completely honest. I can't just say one. It depends on what the goal of it all is. Because I think Bio is going to be the safest. I think Data Lake is going to do extremely well. I think Dynex might have to be the one I'm most passionate about. I think the blue chip is research coin. So it really just depends. I can't answer that question, and I'm so sorry. Why have I a Rakuten coupon? Okay, so I have two theories for when the cycle top might be. Number one is that the cycle top takes place within 90 days of Trump taking office, either right before or within 90 days after, meaning by March 20th, it is possible, or would it be April, by April 20th, by 420, the cycle top might be in. Now, why do I say that? I say that because they are handing Trump one of the worst economies I have ever seen. It has not been this bad since 2008, and arguably hasn't been this bad since the Great Depression. We are looking at unemployment rate rising. Anytime unemployment rate has gone up by 0.6% or more, we've gone into a recession because, well, the employment rate of the country is quite literally a recession. If we are getting more and more unemployed people, the economy is going to slow down, right? So unemployment rate, that's ticked off. We've never gone up by 0.6% and not gone into a recession. The yield curve, where the 10-year treasury minus the 2-year treasury, that was inverted for almost 2 years. Historically, whenever we uninvert, within 6 months, we go into a recession. Every single time. There's been a couple times in history in which that didn't take place, but it's like 99% accurate. We uninverted in August, which meant the 6-month timer started, which puts us at February. So February would be when we hit the recession, according to this thing. According to the unemployment rate, we have only a couple months left. So I think that they're handing him one of the worst economies ever, and it doesn't really matter how good he's going to be. I think we get cucked. I do. And I think that there's a good possibility that by April, all bull runs are over. I mean, we go look at, I think I bookmarked it, so I'm going to actually take this, skirt it over here so you guys don't get to see all of the things that I bookmarked. Oh, wait. Did you guys see this? No, hold on, Patrick. Don't do that. Come back to it. We're going to go look at the profitability of banks. I know, super fun, right? Super, super fun. But important that you guys see this. Oh my God, how many times does this person post? You ready for this? So this, nope, don't do that. Just go normal. Just go normal. So this is unrealized losses on investment securities. This is the bank's financial statement, basically. And you can see that in 2008, we had 2008 and 2009, they had a massive negative unrealized loss. So it's like who in here said that they bought one of the DPIN projects and then it went down 50% and they were down 50% on their position. And I was like, listen, That's okay because there's a good chance it's going to come back to life, right? This is on bonds, basically, investment securities. This is banks with how much up or down they are on their holdings. And in '08, they were down billions and billions of dollars, like $75 billion. And it was a massive, massive crisis. And I get that there was more factors going on, but this is just one more indicator that had something to do with the financial crisis, right? Huge losses. And then it went into profitability. And then in 2019, we had something scary happen as well. And it looked like we were going to go into another recession, but then COVID happened and they printed money and everything got prolonged a little bit, although we did get a recession. This is the current unrealized losses that the banks are experiencing. The banking system, because they raised interest rates, is on the verge of collapse. They have to be cutting these rates like crazy. And honestly, they are going to start cutting rates like crazy, but not because they want to just give everyone free money, but because they have to. And so if this flips to the other side, if they have to start realizing some of these losses, which they do, because a lot of it is on bonds, right? Where bonds are just viewed as the safest thing you could buy, but then they raised rates, which made the bond prices go down by 50%. So then they're sitting on massive unrealized losses. If they hold them to maturity, they can roll them over into new bonds, but they're rolling them over into new bonds at higher interest rates, which means that they're going to lock in for 3, 2, 5, 10 years, a higher interest rate on these bonds. It's screwing a lot of things up. And so this is not going to end well, in my humbled opinion. This is not going to end well, in my humbled opinion. This is not going to end well, in my humbled opinion, which means I think we got about 3 months after Trump takes office before we see the top. That's scenario number 1. Okay. And that also plays into why I think there's a good possibility that what's happening right now and why we broke all-time highs before the halving and why now we're already almost at $100,000 per Bitcoin before the end of the year is because we're just compressing the whole cycle. The whole cycle is just being compressed into a shorter time frame, possibly. The other scenario, and the one that I honestly hope plays out because I've been freaking out about the bank collapse for the better part of 2 years now, the one that I hope plays out is that somehow it gets postponed till 2026 and we have a full normal 4-year cycle and we go all the way into November, October 2026 and we see a $200,000 Bitcoin. That, I would love that. And if we don't get something around the time of Trump's inauguration, then I do think that that's probably what's going to play out and that we'll see a $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2025. So conservative, I want to make sure that I take 25 to 50% of my profits around the time that Trump gets inaugurated, plus or minus, well, not minus because we're already into that, but January, February, March, I want to take a good chunk of my money out, especially after this huge pump we're seeing, just to be safe, just because we've made disgusting money. All of us in here have made disgusting money, entered into new net worth levels, very much so. And so it'd be stupid of us not to take some of that and not lock a little bit of it in. I don't think it's here just yet, as again, almost every DeSci project in the space has yet to actually hit all-time highs again. I think before it's time to take profits, we see Noble back up at all-time highs, right? That, we have 2 months to get up there, and I think we are going to, and I don't want to be taking money off of anything before we hit all-time highs again. So I'm sitting tight with all my positions. Noble's got a 5x, Noble's got a 10x to get back to all-time highs. Data Lake here has got a 300% rally to get back to all-time highs. I do think all that's going to take place, and so I'm waiting patiently on it. But that's my two price predictions. Hopefully that answered that question for you guys. Yeah, Axon, I want to see it up back above $1. I'm not touching, it's going back to $1. I don't see a world in which it doesn't, Poseidon DAO is about to take off and we're going to have potentially 3 or 4 months of just glory, which is what happened to Axon. The same type of scenario is happening for Poseidon that happened to Axon. And Poseidon has no lockups, no vested tokens for presale, which means when Psy launches, it's probably going to dump and then skyrocket, just like Axon did. Because Axon also didn't have any lockup tokens. Why don't you talk about Axon anymore? He always talks about Axon. He's talking about... Yeah, well, so good question, Rawl. The reason I will cover Axon whenever something cool happens because they are a big player in the space. I don't cover Axon as passionately as I cover other projects because of me being a little bit salty towards the team that runs Axon. I helped them so much. They got shunned from the entire industry. I don't know if you guys knew that, but back in 2022 is when I first got in contact with them, or 2023, like summer, fall of 2023 is when I first got in contact with them, and they were shunned from the whole industry. And I was like, no, come on, you guys are doing a good thing. Let's get you connected with the people that you need to be connected with to really go far in this space. And so in exchange for that, and in exchange for helping them with their token launch and everything, I was given some tokens, and they were on a vesting plan for a year, and it was a big chunk of tokens. And then they took all of them away from me. They like gave me the middle finger and said, you're worthless, and just took them all away. And I was like, okay, well, I don't really like you guys then, because that was rude. That was very rude of you guys. And so now, while they're doing cool things and they're launching the ring, and because I'm talking about DeSci, if they make cool moves in DeSci, I'll talk about them. But I'm not just going to talk about them out of the kindness of my heart, simply because it hurts my feelings what they did. And I'm going to be a little bit petty with it. And that's fine, because this is my channel and I get to do whatever the fuck I want to do, right? And hopefully what I want to do benefits you guys. I still don't understand. I bought Bio in pre-sale for 0.5 ETH, and I already received 15,000 Bio tokens for my MetaMask ETH chain. There were no other options, and you say it will be on Solana. Yeah, so after everything that happened recently, in which Bio got a ton of money and saw all the liquidity on Solana, they are working on a bridge to Solana before the token becomes transferable. So hopefully that makes sense to you, Zaj. But we have the tokens on ETH, and just like there's a bunch of tokens that are on ETH and Base, or they're on ETH and Polygon, they're going to do ETH and Solana. And so they'll bridge them over. You sure I claimed mine, but I do not have them in my wallet. They are just claimed. Uh-oh. Go claim again. Go make sure they're all there. Yes, exactly, Elser. Exactly. The best time to ape into DeSci was yesterday. Now the best time is today. Precisely. I can't wait for January pre-sale on Sci. You guys are crazy. Smart guy, I think I'll be 80% out by March. Need to take profits, so important. I was just actually playing around with my profit targets for a lot of the projects that I'm in. And I was thinking I would like to take like 25% by March. Unless things start really looking shitty, then I'd probably be upwards of 50. But I don't want to be out more than half for sure. I definitely don't want to be out more than half. What's the vesting on VBio? 1 year. That's the other part, is that most of the tokens I have are vested. A lot of the tokens that I have are vested because I've either gotten into pre-sales or I've worked out deals with different companies, and most of the stuff that I hold is vested. And so it's like I'm forced to remain in this market because of that. And it was set up like that in part, and I agreed to those terms in part because I don't want to be 100% out of the market, because we just don't know what's going to happen. And if Bitcoin runs to $250,000, we're going to be a lot higher in a lot of these things. If Bitcoin runs to $250,000, Research Hub going to $10 is FUD. If Bitcoin goes to $250,000, Research Hub going to like $50 is more reasonable, you know? And so I don't want to be out entirely at like 80 cents, or I don't want to be out entirely at like $8 and then see it go to $50. That'd be big sad. I would not be happy with that. Is that a slow release for the year? Yes. No cliff on VBio, but a vesting period of 12 months. Are there any more pre-sales for Bio? There might be. They might do one more. I'm not so certain because they said the last one was going to be the last one, but I remembered them saying they were going to have 3 and the last one was only 2. So there might be one more. I can't see any wallet address. I think it's BCS. I see Uni. Interesting. Quick question. Which scenario would it have to occur to Bitcoin in order for our coins to correct a bit? Low-key want to buy cheaper, but I don't know if it will happen anytime soon. I think we just had the opportunity. I know that everyone wants to buy a little bit cheaper than what you get, but you get the price that you get, right? So we just saw I don't know that we'll see another correction. We just saw Research Hub go down 60%. We just saw Noble Blocks go down 50%. Shout out Noble for holding up stronger than Research did. We saw Noble go down 50%, right? We saw Lake go down 62%. You know, we saw Grow, Valley Dow. Let's just look up some of these beautiful tokens. Okay, this one's getting corrected pretty nicely. We saw Grow down 30%. You know, we're in the middle of the dip on some of them. We're out of the dip on a lot of them. We just saw Dynex continue to just dip, you know? Dynex from the previous high went down 57%, 56%. So we're in the middle of the dip right now. I don't know that there's going to be much more of it. What else? Let's go look at WellShare. Yeah, look at this one. WellShare went down 50. Everything went 50 to 60% on sale for Black Friday. So I don't know that we'll get much more of a dip than that, you know? RJV. Let's go ahead and look at the Singularity Net co-founders token. Ooh, that dip got eaten up quick. 30% dip, almost all the way eaten up already. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. NFNT, the token that we made a good chunk of money on, actually. Nice. Hell yeah. That trade was beautiful. I didn't get to buy back in, but bought here, sold for 120% gains. And then what? We saw this thing go down 60% and get eaten right back up. EAI. This one I think is about to pop, which is perfect timing on my part. Shout out, Patrick. This thing looks like it's about to pop off. I want to see this thing run up to 70 million. That's what I want to see. I want to see us run up to 70 million. Give me a 70-cent Eagle AI. It's cool. They're about to launch their dashboard for Telegram bots as well, so bullish as hell. Thoughts on Beard AI as DeSci agent? I haven't done enough research into DeSci agents, and while I'm not feeling super great today, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Just bought some more Lake. Let's go, Carlos. Yeah, EAI got some nice volume. They do. Look at that. That is some strong volume here. What I would like to have happen, okay? And then I think I'm going to wrap it up because my head's starting to pound a little bit. Riff chart looks like a beautiful entry. I know. Oh, I know. What the hell? Real Stan, why'd you retract your message? Let me see what it was. No, I can't actually see it. What I want to see happen is Dynex stay down, me take some profits off of some of my other DeSci positions, and put a big chunk into Dynex. That's what I want to see happen. But let's look at it on the daily here, because what we're finding pretty intriguing here actually on the daily. If we open up the RSI, you'll see something cool happening. You'll see that we bottomed on the RSI and are back above the moving average on the RSI. So we have a bit of a divergence that just took place. I don't know if you guys see it, but you see how on the actual price of Dynex, it put in a lower low at the same time that the RSI was actually putting in a slightly higher high, a higher low. So that is a bullish divergence in the price power of Dynex, in which it went a little bit lower, but the strength of the move was not as strong. That means the sellers are losing power, the buyers are stepping up to the plate. Now we're seeing a segue in which we're popping off a little bit. The token price is not really popping off that much. That is a very bullish divergence that we're seeing, meaning that might have been the bottom. I know that the community that is involved with Dynex kind of had the capitulation moment, similarly to how Noble Blocks had their capitulation moment when we were down at like 0.2 of a penny. We saw the same thing happen with Noble. When Noble did this, the community was in shambles, and actually like very much in shambles. Dynex just had this very similar thing. Dynex did that, went down way lower than anyone expected, and the community went in shambles. Now we're seeing a pretty bullish divergence take place in Dynex. And from a charting point of view, we could be coming to the end of this bull flag, which is one of the biggest bull flags I've seen. One of the biggest bull flags I've seen, right? Boom, boom, 1, 2, 3 lows, and then a breakout. You go look at actual Dynex, you get 1, 2, 3, 4 lows, and then hopefully the breakout. So this is a very big pattern that we're seeing, and I'm hoping it happens. I'm hoping it happens. We'll see. We will see. But I really, again, would like to see DeSci go to all-time highs again, and then Dynex stay down here. I'll rotate, grab like 100,000 Dynex coins or something, because if those things go to $100, it'd be $10 million. And that is worth cheersing over. Anti-token is the next DeSci gem. I think we got anti and pro, right? 12 days ago. $4 million market cap. I have seen them a lot online, but I haven't looked into them at all. Do you have any tips about how to get low fees on Uniswap? No, just trade when everyone else is not trading. Sorry. Guess my first coin to ape will be Dynex now. Dynex is a gorgeous coin, but look into it a bit. Can we transfer bio or still not allowed? Not allowed yet, just chill. Okay. In time's most valuable asset, hopefully this is worth investing it into. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me. The next time we talk, the Poseidon DAO presale will be going on. Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is gonna be a banger.